Hello learners. Today in the session we will be discussing on the marketing infrastructure and its importance in the rural market. What are the rural in marketing infrastructure and its importance? Okay. So the definition of rural marketing infrastructure or market infrastructure is it is a system of enterprises, organizations, institutions and agencies which provide free movement of goods and services, money, securities, labor force. So it is a system of enterprises, organization, institutions and agencies which will provide or which will help in the free movement of goods and services, either the movement of goods and service or otherwise money or securities or the labor force, that is human labor force. The system includes exchanges, banks, dealers and brokerage firms, placement services, trading enterprises, supplying enterprises, fairs and melas, leasing and insurance companies, consulting and information marketing firms, etc. So this market infrastructure, it is a system in which enterprises, organizations, institutions and agencies will be helping or will be providing the helping for the free movement of goods and service, money, securities and labor force. And in the system, the enterprises or organization, institution, agencies include like these that the items included or the organizations included are for the exchange organizations will be there, the stock exchange and census and all, banks, the microfinance organizations, the dealers, the brokerage firms, the placement services, trading enterprises who helps in the exchange of goods and services, supplying enterprises for the same, for the exchange of products and services, fairs and mela, leasing and insurance companies are also involved, consulting firms are there, and those institutions which provide information sources regarding the market. So in market research, all like it's a combined form of all these things. Okay, all these enterprises or organizations or institutions. Okay, and which all these, it's a sum of all these institutions which will help in the free movement of goods and services, money and securities and labor force. Now we'll see what is the aim of a market infrastructure. The aim of market infrastructure is to serve the market participants. Market participants are both the buyers, sellers, the middleman or the intermediaries involved in the market infrastructure or the participants in the market. So what is the aim of market infrastructure? To serve the market participants, and the participants include the buyers, the sellers, the end consumers, the middleman or the agents, the wholesalers, retailers, the what are the transporters, the wholesalers, the retailers. There are many participants in the market. So it aimed to serve the market participants, to create condition for the realization of their interest by arranging and regulating the market relations between them, also to increase the effectiveness of the economic management. Economic management means that is again the financial management or the money management. So major aim of having a market infrastructure is to serve the market participants. In regards to market participants, we have already told. So how this help the by creating a condition for realization of their interest. Whose interest? Market participants interest, by arranging and regulating the market relations between these market participants, so that there is an increase in the effectiveness of the economic management. Now we'll see what are the basic contents of rural marketing infrastructure. We have seen what is market infrastructure and what is the aim of market infrastructure. Now we will see what are the basic contents included in the rural marketing infrastructure. So in rural marketing infrastructure, communication facilities between the market and the rural areas is one among the important component or the content involved, because until and unless the buyer or the consumer is known about the product and service or goods and services offered in the market, they will not be consumer. they will not be a consumer. So converting the rural people into a consumer or a customer, the communication facilities should be there. There should be good communication facilities, either mass media communication or traditional media communication should be there, so that the communication facilities, the communication, there will be a transfer of information from the market to the rural areas. Second component is place for interaction with buyer. There should be a place where the buyer and seller have a place. There should be a marketplace where both the buyer and seller can have a face to face kind of interaction. Now in this digital marketing platform, there is not actually like a face to face kind of interaction between the buyer and the seller, or like an efficient method of feedback mechanism is left over. But in the traditional method of marketing, or the buyer and seller, when they exchange the goods face to face, there was an excellent feedback mechanism, and they had an interactive market system. And now in rural market, the basic component needed is place, because the rural people, because of their innocence and all the their illiteracy or whatever we call, they want to feel the product, and then only they will purchase the product. Once they feel and they get to know that the product is going to deliver them full satisfaction, then only they are going to purchase a particular product. So there should be a place for interaction with the buyers and the sellers in the rural market. And next point, facilities for drying and cleaning. Drying and cleaning comes under the points of standardization, grading, packaging, branding, and all those things. So there should be facilities related to grading, standardization, packaging, warehousing, cold storage, and all. Next point, facilities for grading and packaging of produce. Next, long term or short term storage facilities. For long term, cold storage facility should be there. For example, in rural areas, most of the produce are the products produced in the rural areas are the agriculture commodities. So the agriculture commodities are seasonal in nature, they are perishable in nature. So because of the seasonality and perishability, they have to be stored, and warehousing have to very good warehousing facilities should be provided. For the long term storage, cold storage facilities should be there. For short term also, according to the from commodity to commodity, the warehousing and storage facilities, the facilities required will be different. So according to the product, or according to the commodity, or according to the goods and services to be offered to the market, the storage should be long, whether that's a long term or a short term, there should be efficient facilities for storage. Next is modern weighing machines. The use of modern weighing machines, or application of the weighing machines should be, it is again a basic component or a content in the rural marketing infrastructure, which is required in the market infrastructure. Weighing machines. Next is market information systems and other telecommunication facilities. Yes, as I said, for the communication, for the better and efficient communication, there should be good communication facilities. As the same here in the, for the transfer of information between the buyer and the seller, there should be effective and efficient information transfer mechanisms. And the information transfer mechanisms are the advertisements or mass media. So there should be efficient and well adopted mechanisms of communication or information transfer. Next is these are the basic components of rural marketing infrastructure. Now we'll see what are the infrastructure related problems. As we have seen what are the basic components required in the rural marketing infrastructure, from that we can analyze what are the existing problem that is existing in our rural Indian markets. So there the poor infrastructure facilities include the water supply, the water related problems are there, lack of water, the water supply problems are there, electricity, 45% of the Indian villages are not electrified now also. So the electrification problems, lack of electricity, that is again an infrastructural drawback. Transportation facility, even though now we have many schemes, the government schemes for the for the good transportation facilities and road construction. Again, transportation is also a problem which comes under the infrastructure. Next is educational institutions, communication, health, employment and storage facility. So the poor infrastructure facilities are also uh, have to be solved out, so that the rural market infrastructure related problems can be solved. All these enlisted 8 problems, if we can solve this problem, the infrastructure facilities will be solved out. The rural infrastructure, now we have seen what are the problems in the related to the market infrastructure in rural area. So, and we have seen what is market infrastructure. Now we will see what is a rural market related infrastructures. The rural infrastructure in our country or in the country encompasses the rural roads, that is the connectivity, major dams, that is regarding to the water. If we have rural roads, the transportation facility, if we have good roads, then transportation facility regarded problem, infrastructure problem can be solved. Major dams, the water related problems can be solved out, and the canal works for the irrigation and drainage, rural housing, rural water supply, rural electrification and telecommunication connectivity. So in rural infrastructure, all these items comes together, or these are the items that falls under the rural infrastructure of a nation. Now we will see why there is importance, or why there should be given importance for better rural infrastructure or marketing infrastructure. Because in India 70% of the people lives in the rural villages, and there are 6 lakh plus villages in India, and this 74% of the population are being directly or indirectly dependent on agriculture, and the agriculture commodities being harvested or being cropped in the is a major source of income in the rural area. So for the better transportation of the agriculture and the allied sectors income, if for the proper flow of agriculture and allied related incomes from the rural areas to the urban areas, and the manufactured goods from the urban areas to the rural area, there should be good efficient connectivity and good efficient market infrastructure. So we'll see what are the important market infrastructure market infrastructures which have to be incorporated in the rural areas, and what is the importance of these market infrastructures. So rural road infrastructure, as we said, in India most of the roads are not pakka roads. So if there is good efficient road connectivity, the mobility, the transportation, and many other problems of the rural areas can be solved out. The road infrastructure, it provides mobility and connectivity to the people living in the rural areas. It also provides a much needed boost to the agricultural activities by making available water, seeds and other raw materials to the farmers. By improving connectivity, rural roads also enhances employment opportunity for the rural people in non-agriculture sector also, and thereby increasing the livelihood opportunities. That is, if by improving the road connectivity, it also enhances the employment opportunity, people can move out to the urban areas, so that the livelihood will be improved, the lifestyle, the standard of living will be improved. The rural roads also ensure that the rural areas are served with better public services, and all the benefits offered by the state reach the far-flung areas easily. They can even provide access to education and health service. If a particular village is being connected with good transportation facilities, the livelihood will be improved, the employment opportunities will be developed, the health education facilities will be also, that services will be also or the problems related to the education and health can be also solved out. Next is rural electrification. How important is rural electrification? It basically caters well to the requirement of agriculture and other activities, including irrigation, small and medium industries, khadi and village industries, cold storage chains, healthcare and education. As the electrification is linked with these enlisted enterprises, or the electrification in rural areas, the electricity is used for irrigation purpose for the field. So lack of electrification in the rural areas results in the growth and development of the villages. If we have good electrified rural areas, the people living over there will be having all these good facilities. They will be having availance to these facilities, and the income source, the per capita income or the income earned from villages can be also improved, because they will once the electricity is provided to rural areas, they will be using this electricity for agriculture and allied activities. By way of the hard work can be minimized, and the income can be also improved. So the rural electrification infrastructure, it will basically help in improving other areas, like in improving or providing good irrigation facilities. Small and medium enterprises or industries will be also developed. Khadi and village industries will be also developed, and it helps support to the cold storage facilities, because for the working of cold storage facilities, electricity should be there. Healthcare and education will be also improved if electricity is provided. Next is rural water supply. It can lead to the sustainability of systems and sources and tackle the problem of water quality, thereby increasing good health of the people. If the rural area is provided with good water supply, it will that will improve the health of the people. And next is rural housing infrastructure. It has the potential to improve the living standard, or the standard of living of the rural people. So from this, what we understand is the overall, and as per various studies, development of rural power, irrigation, water, sanitation and road infrastructure can increase productivity, savings, income and tourism, as a result in better jobs and health of the rural people. So this is how the rural infrastructure, market infrastructure is important, how it is important, and how it is adding value to the rural population. So if there is a question related how the market infrastructure or the infrastructure is providing, how it is important, the how market infrastructure is important in the rural areas. So enlisting all these points and all these together helps in development of the rural power, irrigation, water, sanitation and roads infrastructure, and thereby it increases the productivity, savings, income and tourism, and finally results in the better job or employment opportunity, and the health of the people, standard of living is also improved. So these are the rural infrastructure, rural market infrastructure items, and how it is important. I will see in general market infrastructure what are the commodities involved. There are three classification of market infrastructure in general. In rural infrastructure, we have seen what are the infrastructural items included. In market infrastructure as a general, there are three heads. The first item is commodity market infrastructure is there, financial market infrastructure is there, and the finally labor market infrastructure. In commodity market infrastructure, all the goods and services includes the authority for wholesale, retail trading, auctioning, trade fairs, brokerages, commodity exchanges, trading houses, that is shops and all, tendering offices, state anti-monopoly authorities, international trade organization, commercial centers and chamber of trade and industries. These are the items that are included, or these are the items falls under the commodity market infrastructure. So these are the items included in the commodity market infrastructure. And next, in the financial market infrastructure, the commercial banks comes under, because they give loans, or they accept the deposits and give loans. Non-banking credit organizations, currency exchanges, brokerage firms, insurance and leasing companies, security market, investment funds, investment companies. These are the items, or these are the institutions which falls under the financial market infrastructure of the market infrastructure. And in labor market infrastructure, what all falls? The job placement, because in labor that is a human labor involved. So job placement services, labor exchanges, that is after migration or migrating to other nation or other states, so labor exchanges happen. National and regional authorities for study of demand and supply of labor resources. Staff training, that is once you recruit a labor or human resource, that training and retraining in the organization. Agencies for the social work and social welfare of the laborers. Labor recruitment firms are involved. Authorities for regulation of the internal migration of the labor resources. Recruitment companies for working in the foreign countries. So these are the items that falls under the labor market infrastructure. So in rural market infrastructure, you have to be clear with what are the items falls under the rural market infrastructure and what are the importance of rural market infrastructure. And when there is a question of market infrastructure, like what is the general market infrastructure, then these are the three heads, like commodity market infrastructure is there, financial market infrastructure is there, and labor market infrastructure is there. So I hope the concepts are clear. You should be very clear about what are the items that are, or what are the problems that falls under the rural infrastructure, and how this can be solved, and how it is important to solve all these things, and how important is to solve this, because once we solve all the infrastructure related, rural infrastructure related problems, it increases the productivity, savings, income and tourism, and finally results in the better employment opportunities and better standard of the living, and helps to improve the health of the rural people. So this is all about the topic market infrastructure and its importance. I hope the concepts is clear to you all, and if you feel any difficulty, get back to me. Thank you.